Are you tired of self-publishing books on Amazon? How would you like to have your books on places like Walmart? Well, we're going to continue our self-publishing books off Amazon series and focus today on publishing on Kobo. So stick around. Hey Right Riders, Keith Wheeler here, and if you want to continue to get all the hints, tips, and tricks on how to make self-publishing easier, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and smash your little bell icon so you get alerted each and every time I put out a new video. Well, let's address the elephant in the room. He's right here. It's Bob. Say hi to Bob. Hi, Bob. Anyway, yes, Amazon is a huge platform in the US, but in places like Canada and other international markets, Rakuten Kobo is a huge hitter. Its ebook publishing branch is called Kobo Writing Life, and with Rakuten Kobo making deals with companies like Walmart and Best Buy, it's clear that they're serious about getting the ebooks on their platform in the hands of more and more readers worldwide. So with that little bit of history lesson out of the way, let's get this ebook publishing tutorial started. Here we are on writinglife.kobo.com. If you haven't already set up your account, just go in, sign up for a free account. The entire process is fairly intuitive. And once you do, you'll get to the dashboard and create a new ebook. Now, as I've said in previous videos, I have an Excel spreadsheet where I keep all of my metadata. It makes everything super easy. So I'm going to go in and put the title. There is no subtitle for this book, but there is a series name. So go in here, My Buddy Knows, and this is volume 4. It already defaults to having my name as the author. Now here's a little bit that's going to save you some time on error messages. It doesn't say that the publisher name is required, but it is. So I'm going to go in here and put my name. Okay, and then we're going to go over and I'm going to drag and drop my book cover. And as you can see, it'll take a JPEG or a PNG file. Let's just drag that in. Scroll down, you can add another author if you have a co-author. Imprint is not required. We'll go down to, is this the first time you're publishing your book? If it is, you'll click yes. If it's not, you'll click no. This is not the first time because obviously I have this on multiple platforms. And so I'll click no, and I'll put in the original publication date, which is when I put it on KDP, which is back in April of last year. Okay, moving on. My ebook ISBN, it's optional. Ebooks do not need an ISBN number as of the recording of this video. The primary print ISBN, I do have a print version. It's on KDP. I could put the ISBN in here, but I'm not going to because I used the free ISBN that I got from KDP, and that one is, because it was free, it is exclusive to the KDP and Amazon platform, so I cannot use it here. So we'll leave that blank. Ebook language is going to be English. Is this content part of the public domain? No, it is not. It is now time to go to categories. So I'm going to click on Edit Categories. As you can see, you can choose up to 3 categories. As I've said in previous videos, you want to make sure that you take the time to do your due diligence and pick the most accurate categories that you can for your book to make it that much easier for your potential readers to find your publication. Now, I've done a little bit of research already, and I know exactly what categories I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with kids. It's an animal book, so I'm going to go to animals general. I'm also going to go with kids ABCs 1, 2, 3s. This is basically a concept book, and these are different concept books. They don't cover what I have, so I'm just going to go with general. Close these down, and then I'm also going to go with kids read along. So these are my 3 categories. You can always go back and edit them later, but again, this is just to start with, and these are the most accurate for my particular book. Moving on, we're going to go to the synopsis, which is right here, which is basically your book description. As you can see, there is some formatting available, so I'm going to bold this line as well as the last line. And I'm going to hit save and continue. Now here we are on the ebook content page. Now to publish on Kobo, you need an EPUB file. Now the good news is that if you don't have an EPUB file, that they will actually take a doc file, docx, MOBI, or ODT file, and they will actually convert it to an EPUB for you. Now I usually don't use this. I use a site called onlineconvert.com, and I use that actually to convert a lot of my different files. but I use it to convert my PDF file into an EPUB. And they even have an option specifically for Kobo. It's absolutely free. You don't have to download any software. So I have my EPUB file. I will drag it over here and I click upload. It says it's done. I will click close. Now, if you did put in something other than an EPUB file, right here will be the file that it converted, and you want to download it and preview it, you can actually go into help and they'll give you some resources for testing out the EPUB. So it says validation results. Your book is ready to publish to Kobo's catalog. Now, as you can see, I do have a few errors. I've gone in and I've researched these, and these are absolutely fine, especially if you have error messages like this or any other error message for that matter. You definitely want to test that EPUB file. So we'll click next. Here we are on the license and geographic rights page. It says apply DRM, which is digital rights management. It's going to default to off, and that's the way I like it. I don't like to put in DRM for multiple reasons. One is I like to put my book in the hands of as many possible readers as possible, and for two, if someone wants to get around DRM, it's not that difficult to do. So geographic rights, I want worldwide rights. That's what it defaults to, and that's what I want to keep. But if I wanted to limit it, I could do this and then select or deselect the countries that I want my publication in. But again, I want it worldwide. This is talking about the Kobo Plus program. Now, I actually keep this on because it doesn't cost you anything. It's not an exclusivity, so it's not like KDP Select, but you are required to leave it in there for at least 90 days if you say yes. But you definitely want to read about this and decide if it's something for you or if it's not. Make available to libraries. It's going to default to no, but I always say yes. Now it's going to ask you for what you want your library price to be. Now, library price is going to be a little bit more than what you would normally charge for your ebook, because the libraries are going to pay for it one time, but then they're going to be loaning it out as many times as they want. So you definitely want to charge a little bit more. It does say it needs to be at least 99 cents. I'm probably going to set mine at $5.99. I've seen people set theirs at $9.99, so it all completely is up to you. Save and continue. I absolutely love this page, and I'll show you why in a second. So my default price is going to be $2.99 for this book, and it's 70% royalty, and it tells you right here that this is what your royalty is going to be, $2.09. Here's why I love this. Just like with other platforms, KDP, it's going to auto-convert to the different countries, okay? But here's where Kobo is different. If I click in here, obviously I can change it just like the other platforms, but it'll actually give me a suggested price to change it to. Not too bad. And then once it's changed, it goes up here to the custom prices. So these are converted prices, these are custom prices. Well, as you can see, this one actually stayed converted because it was defaulted to $2.99, so I'm just going to leave that as is. Save and continue. And now we're at the very last stage, which is publishing the ebook. So if you're ready to publish it now, you can just click Publish Ebook. If you're not quite sure, then you can just leave it. It's already saved, so you can just leave it, come back another day, and then publish it. Or you can go in here and set your release date. So if I set it for a month from now, which would be June 14th, it's going to ask me if I want to allow pre-orders. If I say no, then I just deselect that, and what'll happen is they will not publish it until Sunday, June 14th, 2020. But if I say allow pre-orders and I hit publish ebook, once they're done doing their checks, it'll go online and people can start pre-ordering the book. They won't actually get anything to their devices until Sunday, June 14th, but in the meantime, they still will be able to pre-order the book. So that's completely up to you when you want to set your release date. Again, if you set it for today, then obviously the allow pre-orders option will disappear. So if I go back and set it to today, it disappears, and then I can just click Publish Ebook. Have you caught the other ebook publishing tutorial videos I've done in this series? If you missed them, click on this video right here. See how to publish to IngramSpark, Lulu, Barnes & Noble Press, and even Draft2Digital. Or you can check out this video that YouTube has lined up and they say you'll love. I'll catch you in the next video, and remember to write right.